I mean, if this sweater isn't the best thing that you have seen, look at Aries. Oh, I just cannot. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to Vlogmas. It is December 1st, so we are kicking off Vlogmas. Now, a lot of times when I do Vlogmas in the past, I either post videos every single day on YouTube up until Christmas. Sometimes I post all throughout the month of December. For this year, I can promise you 12 days. The first 12 days I know that I can do, but I do have a pretty big international trip at the end of the month that I am getting ready for, so don't know if I will be able to consistently upload through 25 days or even all of the days of December, but regardless, you will be getting a lot of videos from me in December. And we are kicking it off by looking back at last year. I am revisiting my favorites from 2022. Where are they now? Am I still loving them? How do I feel about these products throughout the year? These were my tippy top favorites from 2022, and did they stand the test of time in 2023? We must find out. I'll link my 2022 video up in the cards. I will also link all of my makeup down below. I did a little chatty get ready with me that will be up on my TikTok. It is a little bit of a longer video. It's like probably like just over a 2-minute video, so I can't post it here on YouTube, but just a little bit of a chatty get ready with me, kind of talking about an extension of my last get ready with me of what's next, what does life look like next for me, and I wanted to kind of expand on that a little bit more in just a quick get ready with me. And then I also wanted to be sure to show off my shirt. My friend Ashley designed this for me. This is my dog Aries. She passed away last month, and I just think this sweater is so beautiful. So I kind of talk a little bit about that and what life looks like now that I don't have a husband anymore. I don't have a dog to come home to. I have a job that's very flexible, but how sometimes flexibility can still seem a little bit overwhelming. So that is what I talk about, but I do want to get into my 2022 favorites. I have been doing this revisiting favorites video for the past several years on YouTube because I think it's really interesting to look back and see what I loved so much. I will say I feel like the last couple of years, as I've been trying to curate my collection a little bit more and just be a little bit more thoughtful about what I'm purchasing, a little bit more thoughtful about even like the PR that I'm keeping, and being a little bit more cutthroat with my declutters. I feel like revisiting my favorites, I still have a lot of these same favorites, whereas like 5-6 years ago when I was doing this video, I was constantly trying and buying and keeping so much new makeup that it was really hard to be able to show like this is really my favorite. You know, I was barely being able to use products really consistently because I was always trying new products. So when I was looking over the list for this year, I was pretty happy with what I was seeing. So starting off with some cheek products, I'm actually wearing one of these products today. This is from Dior. This is their Rosy Glow blush, and I have the pink one. I still talk about this blush all the time. I still wear it all the time. Still highly enjoy this one. I always say this is my most long-lasting blush in my collection, and it will stay, and it will stay, and it will stay. I always like to say that I feel like it looks a lot less intimidating on the cheeks than it does in the pan. It looks a little bit more like neon-ish in the pan, which can be a little bit intimidating, but this continues to be a favorite blush of mine, so was happy to see that. The other blush that I had mentioned was the new Benefit Box Blushes. Now, I do still like these blushes. I would say if I was comparing like the Dior to the Benefit, I definitely wear the Dior a lot more. And then I also continue to wear favorites that I've mentioned from 2021, 2020, like the Charlotte Tilbury. I really enjoy those blushes. The Lawless Beauty, I've talked about those blushes for a while. Still really enjoy those. I do like Benefit, and this shade that I keep is in Pom Pom, which I especially gravitate towards in like the fall and the winter because it's a little bit more of like a warmer, like terracotta shade, which I think is really beautiful for a little bit of the colder weather. Again, still like it. It's still something that I have continued to keep and continue to wear. Still have some other blushes that I would say I enjoy a little bit more. The product that I'm wearing today, this is from L'Oreal. This is their Infallible Bronzer. I wear this all the time. I'm constantly using it. I'm a little bit surprised I haven't hit pan on this yet, which is such like a 2019 Samantha March thing to say, but there is a giant dip in the middle of this thing. Like, it makes me feel like I'm gonna have to hit pan on it one of these days. But this is probably my most used bronzer right now, I would say, is this one from L'Oreal. It's just super smooth, it's very natural to blend out, and it's just very easy to wear. The bronzer that I mentioned, I can't find, and I haven't been able to find it for a minute. I'm not sure where it went. I did move fairly recently, and I know, you know, a little bit of my collection got a little bit scattered. I also could have, I feel like I took it on one of my trips with me, but I don't remember which one because I've just been like out and about since my dog passed away. I don't remember if I took it to Austin and I might have left it there. I don't remember, but it's my Rare Beauty bronzer stick and I would really like to find that. It's been really bothering me that I can't find it. I feel like I took it, so it might be at like a friend's house or something, but it is such a beautiful bronzer and it's so easy to use and wear. I am more onto powder products right now, and again, makeup preferences, they're always kind of, you know, changing and all of that. So like I feel like last year I was very much into cream products. This year, at least right now, I'm very into powder products, but still the Rare Beauty I feel like is one of those that I just like to take with me because it's so easy to blend out. Like I can just add it to my skin and blend it out with my fingers. That's how simple it is. So that's why it often comes with me, but unfortunately that's also why I maybe left it somewhere. So if anyone has my Rare Beauty bronzer. From Iconic London, their Rose Glow Duo. This is still so beautiful. Okay, so I don't wear highlight really ever these days anymore. Highlight is something like a step that I used to do all the time. Again, makeup preferences always changing, but the highlight is super beautiful. It's also pretty on the eyes. This blush is so stunning though. I will say I feel like I don't reach for this duo as much, probably just because I don't wear the highlight portion of it, and something about like duos, I feel like I need to use both products. I don't know why I'm that way because I could still get a lot of use out of this blush. So this video kind of inspired me to like, even when I just want like a nice glowy blush that leaves a beautiful flush to the cheeks, I can still reach for this one from Iconic London, but I haven't been reaching into it as much for that reason. A couple of mascaras that I mentioned. One I actually just repurchased. This is from City Beauty. This is their Beyond Mascara. So really like this one. They were having like 40% off for like Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So I got another mascara because I really like this one. Again, it makes my lashes really fuller and longer and darker. And it's been a favorite of mine for a while, one that I continue to repurchase. Another favorite that I continue to repurchase once again, this is from Milani. It's their highly rated anti-gravity. This is one of those that I often buy it from Target. I don't know, like I just like wander the aisles in Target, throw things in my cart. A lot of times it's like, get like a $5 gift card if you purchase $25 in beauty products. And I'm like, say less, you know, it's a girl math, a free makeup, free $5, like why not? Oftentimes grab the Milani that way, but these are definitely two mascaras that I still continue to wear and repurchase. So was happy to see that. I did also mention the Glossier eyeliners last year, and I still love these. These are probably my most talked about eyeliners. I have been really obsessed with using the green one. This is in Fresco. This is the eyeliner that I have on today. So again, I do have that little like get ready with me. And what I do is I just put this, like I smudge it in the corner of my eye, and then I take a winged liner brush and I will just wing it out. And then kind of sketch a little bit on the inside too, like a little bit smudgy, put it in the waterline. It's super creamy, it's very long wearing. It is my favorite eyeliner right now. This is their #1 pencil. You can also get it at Sephora. Highly, highly recommend it. So still a top favorite for sure. I did also want to mention some eyeshadow palettes. I do palettes separately because I typically do ranking all of the palettes that I tried throughout the year. I'm still working on some of my like end of year videos, and I'm like, how many new eyeshadow palettes did I actually try this year? Because I've been trying not as much makeup. I'm like, can I even make that video? But we'll see. But from last year's ranking my top palettes, I wanted to pull in the top 3 to talk about in this video. At number 3, I had from Huda Beauty, and this is the Empowered palette. I still really like this palette. I feel like I was just talking about this in a recent video, but I still really like this palette. I still reach for it so much. I like the golds in here. I like that we have the black cream shadow. The mattes are stunning. Some of these like topper glittery shades are just so stunning. This is a palette that I continue to reach for and continue to reach for. I like the big mirror in it. I did purchase the Pretty Grunge recently because I love the Empowered so much. I still prefer the Empowered palette. Like if you're looking to buy one or the other, the Empowered is definitely my favorite out of those two. And then at number 2 was from Sigma Beauty, and this is the New Mod palette. Still such a stunning palette. I love the Sigma Beauty formula. It's one of my top formulas for eyeshadow palettes. So this one is beautiful. I love the mauve tones. It's so easy to work with. They come with double-ended brushes. I do love their 14 pan palettes, and the new mod continues to be a favorite. I also love the packaging on this one as well. And then at number 1, I had mentioned from Colourpop and Not a Box of Chocolates. This is still a favorite palette of mine, and just one of those that's so easy to reach into because I love neutral shadows, I love a brown smoky eye, and this is what, like, I can just create a great look every single time from this palette. I know so many of you got this palette last year, and what continues to crack me up, like when I was watching last year's videos, I got this palette in from PR from Colourpop. I was like, I don't know if I'm really gonna do looks with it because I feel like people will be like, oh, it's boring, or it's neutral, or it's another brown smoky eye. And so many of you were like, yes, I love this palette. I love the brown smoky eyes. I love the neutrals. I was like, yes, yes, yes. So it makes me so happy. I know a lot of you have this palette, and I hope a lot of you are still getting good use out of it. Moving over to some lip products that I mentioned. So I had talked about Rare Beauty, their lip liners and also lipsticks. Still great products, still ones that I reach for all of the time. The lip liners are very smooth, very creamy, very long wearing, and I like that the lipsticks are a little bit more matte as well. A lot of different shades to choose from, and these are ones that I still continue to wear myself. I did also mention the Clarins lip oil. I have gotten a lot of people, like in my real life, hooked on these Clarins lip oils because I don't know why, a lot of times when I get a PR package from Clarins, I get doubles. I'm not sure what that is. So I have just had like a lot of their lip oils in and around my life recently, so I've been passing them on to so many friends, and everyone seems to love these. They smell good, they feel good. They're probably the closest one that reminds me to like the Sigma Beauty lip oil, which is my favorite. I don't think the price difference is really all that different. I feel like they're probably pretty close in price, but I believe that you can also get these at like Ulta and Sephora. These are beautiful. They make the lips look nice and juicy as well, which I am never mad about. I did also mention from Natasha Denona the My Dream lip liner and gloss. If you can tell from the lip liner, I think she's been a favorite of mine. I'm gonna be real sad when I'm gonna have to give this one up, but it's looking pretty close. This is such a beautiful light pink. I describe this one as like a My Lips But Better, and I just think that it's so gorgeous. And then paired with the gloss, it really, like, again, that's just all I can say. It's like your lips, at least mine. It is My Lips But Better. I know we all don't have the same color lips. Like, it's My Lips But Better, and I love the Natasha lip products. Her lip liners have been really stealing the show for me lately. They're like neck and neck with Charlotte Tilbury right now, but also this gloss, this light pink gloss, is just so stunning. I did mention a couple from Colourpop as well. I had Bust and also Cockatoo. Did I say those in the right way? Yeah, so Bust and Cockatoo. So we have a blotted lip and then a glowing lip. I have been wearing Cockatoo so much. This is definitely like still one of my top worn lip products, and it's a really beautiful mauve. I highly, highly recommend the glowing lips, but the blotted lips are really nice as well if you want more of a matte lip look. So still definitely love these. Also from Colourpop, I did mention the Super Shock shadows, and yes, I hope some of you took advantage when they had $2 Super Shock shadows during their Black Friday Cyber Monday week. So I still reach for these all of the time. I have the shade Kush in my, I wonder if it's in my makeup bag. No, it might be on my vanity. I have the shade Kush in my Project Use Up that I need to do an update for since we're to the end of the year now, which is so, I cannot believe we're in December. We're in December, so that's crazy. I need to do an update for that, but the Super Shocks are just so easy to use. A lot of times with these, I'm just using my finger and I'm just using one shadow, just swiping it on, adding some mascara, and I'm good to go. So I still just don't think that you can go wrong with the Colourpop Super Shock. And then to finish it off, I have from Lawless Beauty. I'm missing the cap on the brow pencil, so that's interesting, but I do have the Lawless Beauty brow pencil in today. I just repurchased this during the last Sephora sale. It's one of my most used brow pencils. I love it so much. It has a little bit of like a thicker tip on one side, and I just find it so fast and easy to do my brows. I use the shade Oak in this one. Absolute favorite, will continue to repurchase it. I did also mention, this is the one to me that I was like, ooh, that's one that I really don't use a lot anymore. And it's from Patrick Ta. It's the Foundation Duo. So in this one, you had the foundation and then also the powder. And I wonder if it's because I kind of stopped wearing foundation in 2023. Like, I really don't even remember when it was, but there was a certain point where I was like, all I'm really wearing is concealer and powder. Like, I was kind of moving away from a liquid foundation, going more into like a powder foundation, or like a concealer with just like a setting powder or something like that. So I wonder if that's why I stopped, but it kind of makes me want to jump back in and like try this one again. Like, what do I think? I don't know. This was the one that I was like, oh, I put that in my favorites because I can't remember the last time that I grabbed for it. So that was an interesting one to look back on. I did also mention the Ilia SPF. I still love this one. I still wear this so much, especially in the warmer months when, you know, I would just be like running errands or running to the pool or running like to go eat somewhere, and I was like gonna be sitting outside and I didn't want to do a full face of makeup, because this does a really nice job of evening out the skin and just giving you like a nice healthy glow while still having some SPF protection. I always recommend wearing regular SPF anyways, but it also has vitamin C and niacinamide, and it's just really nice. I use the shade 2, and it's one that I continue to recommend. It's more expensive, and I bought it myself, and I was like, oh, I hope that I like this, and I really ended up liking it, so I was happy about that. And then a concealer that I mentioned, I will say that I feel like I have moved a little bit away from the Charlotte Tilbury. It's still a really nice option. It's just one of those that I feel like I found some other ones I like even more. And I'll say I think the Charlotte Tilbury got dethroned by the Natasha Denona, because I was really wearing the Charlotte Tilbury super consistently, and then Natasha, I bought the High Glam concealer, and then I started wearing that one a lot. I also really love, that was my bronzer. That was my bronzer. Why? Why me? Oh man, no. I mean, I feel like that means like I was about to hit, that's just, the timing of this. I feel like that just means like I was about to hit pan in it anyways. Oh, that's so sad. Stop, that's so sad. Looking in my makeup bag for my LYS concealer, because I was saying this is one that I love so much too, and then I put this in my Project Use Up. So I feel like between this one and the Natasha, like I just use these ones so much. And now it's really the Tower 28, which I have on today. I've also been really loving that one. So I feel like for those reasons, like I still like the Charlotte Tilbury. It gives a really nice brightening effect, and to me, it makes the under eyes look more youthful. It's just one of those where I have other concealers that I feel like are even better. Like this is still really good. I still recommend it. I would still use it. There's just other ones that I love even more. So still a good one, but oh, I cannot believe I broke that bronzer. Oh my gosh, that is so crazy to me. And then the other favorite that I had mentioned was the LYS concealer. So obviously I still love this one. I'm scraping at the sides of it. I think that it's a fantastic. And then I just wanted to finish it off with a little giveaway, because every year I do what I call hashtag Santa Sam. So we have the return of Santa Sam. And for the first giveaway, I thought I would line it up with this video because I talked last year about BK Beauty and a handful of those brushes. A few that I mentioned were from the Angie Hot and Flashy set, and I got this one in PR recently. It's the Angie Hot and Flashy Travel Brush Set and Pouch, so you get 5 brushes and also a bag. And since I do already have Angie's brushes, I thought that I could give this away. So every single day for the next 12 days, you will have Santa Sam. So make sure to stay tuned to my social media accounts. Sometimes I'll be sharing them in my YouTube videos or in my community tab, or they'll also be on my Instagram, which is March Beauty Word, or my TikTok, which is by Samantha March. So each day I will share somewhere what the giveaway prize is going to be, and there will be a link to a form to fill out. This is just the easiest way for me to be able to handle Santa Sam. Otherwise, it's just too overwhelming for me. So usually there will be some type of, you know, commenting on a video or a post or whatever it is that day. But then also you want to make sure to fill out that form. That is just so I can put the entries into a random number generator and draw from there, because Santa Sam time gets crazy and we have 12 winners. It's just easier for me to be able to keep track of. So if you want to enter to win the Angie Hot and Flashy set, just make sure that you are a subscriber over here and make sure to leave any sort of hashtag Santa Sam comment. I know it's usually hashtag Sam Squad, but for these ones, it's going to be hashtag Santa Sam. So that is if you want to enter. And then the link will be in my description box. So just make sure that you fill that out, and it'll also give me a way to contact you, because a lot of times it's hard to contact people, especially on YouTube. YouTube often will delete your comments telling me like how I can get a hold of you, which is they can't delete bots and they can't delete scam comments, but they can delete real humans. Never makes sense to me, but it is what it is. Make sure to fill out that form, and at the end of the 12 days, I will draw the winner for that, and I will ship it out to you before I head out on my Ireland trip, which I leave for at the end of the month. So after that, that is going to wrap it up for this video. Again, I feel like the majority of these were my favorites. There was like those, you know, really just like the Patrick Ta, little bit of like the Charlotte Tilbury, the Iconic, I mean, just those few products that I don't use as much, but everything else is still firm favorites of mine. You still see in so many videos. And let's all take a moment of silence for my bronzer. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.